So the natural progression to what we've just done with Emma there, with dealing with the 3/4 length, then dealing with the ball coming off the back, is when your opponent's played this dying length and this ability to dig the ball out. So this is where I think this whole playlist, possibly some of the greatest gains can be made in improving your game. That ability to deal with the ball that's dipping into the glass, that's got no pace on it really, that you're really stuck. So that ability to dig is a real key element. So I'm going to throw Emma into the deep end pretty quickly into this. I'll try to get my feeding nice and accurate to make sure that she is trying to dig the ball out. So I'm not going to give her any advice for now, but let's have a little go at how you're going to get to dig the ball out. There's a nice one. That's exactly the situation we want to be in. Good. Nice movement though. That's it. Good. Seeing as she's getting good at this, it's going to become harder now. There we go. Good. I'm going to fade it even more if I can. There, that's the one. That's it. So this situation, hopefully we can start to give you some tips on. Take it early. Good. If you have to take it early, take it early. Sometimes it's not going to reach. That's the one there. Okay, so I'm glad that happened because that's where I see some common faults. So it was all good. I think there needs to be more of an appropriate position to the situation you're in. So I think your position is body position and racket position. So I'm going to talk about that because I think the way you're going in is very similar to the one that we just did previously, where the ball's coming through to the back and there's a nice bit of shape. I think the original movement's going to be the same. But where I think the reason you clip the glass, and you will clip the glass on this sometimes, is because of this position. So you were still in here. And the biggest thing I talk about when digging the ball out is you've got to face even further backwards. There's this idea where you want to be facing the glass here, because once you're facing the glass, it allows this racket face and some distance to come around the ball along the glass. You were here, right? So as you went back, you went like that. So there was like nowhere to go. Your racket was jamming into the glass because there wasn't space. So with this ability to dig, you've got to create a bit of space. And the space comes from, so rather than it being here. So you've got to try to hit your racket physically this side of the glass. So it links into what we talked about hooking the ball a little bit now. So that's going to take a bit of time to trust. But when you watch some of these videos and you see some photos of some of the top players digging, you never see a player dig, if I can just give you an example, a good player dig from here, as in the racket's this side of the body. But it's one of the most common faults at club level. Ball goes to the back and I see people get the shovel out. And that happens a lot. You weren't necessarily doing that, but it wasn't far off because you were there rather than there. But what I'm trying to make the point is the racket shouldn't be this side of your body. Everything wants to become that side of your body. Okay, so let me give you a little demo if I can. Ball's kind of popping up here. So that's it there. And if you notice what I did there, I really dug that out. What did I do with my grip?
It choked up immediately.
Choked up. So choking up is going to be super essential. So if I want to dig and I want to create this ability to get the ball out the back, I've got to shorten stuff up, as well as that position there. Let's give this a go, okay? So a lot of information there, but let's see if we can have a little work on that. There, that's a good one to try it on. Not bad, good. Keep facing backwards, so trust in that backward facing position. Yes, there it was. Good. Good, and I'm going to play a few looser ones, but good length as well. So, not bad. I'm just seeing that come in again. You're going there, nice, and then you creep it back. Yeah, if we can keep it into that really locked position, keep it low. Yes. This was good. Body position wasn't. You were here. So that's why I don't think you were really able to go and get around that ball. It's so hooky, so hooky, but you've got to hook it from a backward facing position. That's where I think you get that little bit of oomph on it. So if you watch it again, maybe, there's one, that's the one I want. And you can see how I'm digging and really having to work my strings around that ball. Okay, let's try dig again. Yes, you feel that one? Completely different. You kept it there way longer. You didn't go into that position at the last second. So for me, I think the ability, I don't like to use the word lock too much, but the ability to lock that in for me is going to be essential. It's like sometimes it gets there and then it wants to go up. Okay, good. A couple more. That's it. There, stay in. Look at that. See what I mean? Like quite slingy as well. You know, but I think one of the key bits about digging is trying to create racket head speed and a bit of a swing in such a compact space. So you can't create a big swing from here because that's in the way, and that for me is one of the most common faults at club level. People kind of try to swing relatively normal in that position. When we're digging, that word dig means dig, and for me dig implies this: choking up, making this nice and short so you can whip the wrist around it, facing backwards, because if you're facing backwards, gives you the ability for the racket to come around the ball there and get it out. Good, a couple more, and I'm going to make a couple more points on this. Get round it. Tough one. Good, nice. And see, your racket hit the glass there, but hit the glass in the right fashion. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but it hit the glass going that way. It didn't hit the glass going that way, and that's actually really important. Like, I don't mind if people hit the glass, but if it's going towards the ball, that's fine. Does that make sense? Because if it's not going towards the ball, it means you're in the wrong position, you're getting stuck anyway, okay? Round, keep round. Yes, oh my goodness. How's that?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Really had to think about it though.
Okay, good.
Like, I got to about there, and
Yeah.
all I wanted to do was that.
Oh, interesting, right, okay. So what do you have to think about staying around for longer?
I think so, just trusting that from there, somehow I'm going to hit a ball.
Exactly right, yeah. Yeah, cool, and it happened perfectly. You gave it such good undercut, such good underspin, really got the racket under. There was nothing, it was almost like nothing above the ball. You know, if the ball's down here, there was nothing like up here. It was all down there, and it was all under, and then you let it go through. And I think when you get this right, and the last point I'm going to make is your body and how you incorporate your movements as part of the shot. And you did that really well. You know, yes, you got to use a lot of wrist and a lot of dig and a lot of openness, but you want it connecting up, correct? You want it, like, whether it's on the lunge, whether it's on the two-footed base, you know, you actually want to let it come open, okay? Let's try a few of those. Keep locked in, keep locked in. Nearly, just didn't wait long enough. Lots more patience. Lots of patience. That's tough. Yes, brilliant. To get that straight, so difficult. Get down. Nearly, I thought you could have waited longer. That ball was about that high above the ground when you hit. Let it come as low as possible, okay? Not bad. I think you grew the racket a little bit too much, yeah? Don't grow it. That's it. And get in behind the ball if you can. Get in behind it. Yes, look at that. Now that's a proper dig. Like if you're taking that situation and someone's giving you, what, an 8 out of 10? That's about an 8 out of 10 quality. But you're returning it with a 9 out of 10. That's where you want to be. But that's what the top players can do, is they can receive a good high quality shot, they turn it back. They go, well, they have that back. So for me, if we can get you thinking about digging effectively, using a lot of height, using a lot of good technical input we've just talked about there, I think it'll be really beneficial to your game, and hopefully you'll find a lot of gains made by there. I think it was really interesting. Been working with Emma for a while, and your game's based on quite a bit of hard hitting, and swing tends to default to here. So I think it's really interesting that something out of your comfort zone to go into this position and lift the ball. But what are you finding when you do that?
It still feels, I'm still like tentative to do it, but then, like you say, just trusting it and then seeing the results that, like you say, I've got quite a hard-hitting game.
Sure.
So I default to that.
Yep.
And to just, the power is getting
Exactly.
to the back.
But think how limiting that is as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Good.
So having that option and being able to hit that lightly from a position that doesn't seem like it should be able to do anything.
Sure, yeah.
But then to see it go all the way back is definitely something that I want to add.
Good, and really rewarding when you do it. And I think the couple that you did really well there towards the end, to reinforce one of the early points I made, you don't have to watch the ball hit the front wall. I think a lot of people are very keen when they're in the back to a couple of big things. Keep open, and as they hit, they want to see that. It's like a comfort blanket to watch that. I think when you get and trust, and you use the word trust quite a lot, when you trust in these positions, playing it and leaving yourself in, or playing it and leaving yourself in the shot, I think you can make some great gains, because you know what, the line will just take care of itself over time. So good luck having a little play around with that digging, because Like I said, it's a very, very tough area of the court, but hopefully you'll start to feel with a few of these technical changes and the body position changes, you'll get some great gains from it.